Well then, people, everyone. Man, what an interesting few weeks this has been. Oh, and Steam is passing out down there on the right. Good to see. So, um, I think I have now figured out, well, not exactly, but yeah, long story short, the mod is now integrated into Steam's, well, into the Steam release's original tables. And, well, I have to say, we discovered something quite unusual with this port, I would have to say. Unless maybe this release is based off the Mac port. See, there's been quite a bit of restructuring. I mean, first of all, I thought that since the shopkeepers were all moved around in the mod, well, in the modders files, I thought maybe they had moved them around in the port to in the process of developing this port, but apparently no, it was actually the modder who moved them around to make it easier on her part. Okay, so that's nothing, at least. But a number of files that were typed, well, that had the ending .loc for localization, I guess, on the disk physical release of the game back in the 2000s or whenever it was. In this game, well, this release of the game, that is either integrated in other table files, or the .loc file has been renamed to a table file. Makes you really wonder if those are referenced in any way. But most peculiarly, on the physical release, you had your, I think, language-specific item. In the version, you get all the languages in the same items.table file. So it is at least 3 times as large as the original, the physical release. It's a bit daunting. For that matter, by the way, unless you know, someone wants to take it on themselves to transfer the well, migrate the mod from English to the other languages in items TBL, mind you. I think the rest is you know, original English language all over. Just I don't know, say so in the comment section, and maybe we can make that happen. Until someone does that, though, there's some item renaming going on, but very little. This, you know, then, well, okay, well, if you rename one item in items.tbl, you are going to be looking through all the files. I don't know, well, you're looking at like 500 or something, 600 table files for any references to that item by its human readable clear text name. This is not, you know, these item entries, and you can then reference that identifier and name the item whatever the hell you want. You have to use the actual item name. And another thing, the shopkeepers, their inventory is, well, let's just say they take a slightly unconventional approach to user-friendliness, and that is every item that you can buy or sell at a specific merchant, just either one of them, is explicitly listed individually. Now I'm guessing they had some kind of editor that populated these lists automatically, but if you do not have that editor, and no one does, it is a fuck ton of work. Also, well, no, maybe I don't need to say that. I'm probably wrong anyway. Well, anyway, yeah, like I said, this mod works. Let's go.
I am Joseph of Surah.
And we don't need to see this again. Blah blah blah. Hello everyone, we are playing Summoner. Oh, and we did spot a few spelling errors and fixed those. And fascinatingly, weapons that are called sabers in some ways, well, some kind of sabers, they're spelled a specific way. There is one, however, that sticks out in that it spells saber differently. One uses the American spelling, the other's the British spelling. Volition put in a comment to consider maybe renaming that item. But they never actually went and did that. But hey, modders to the rescue. I went and did it. So now I can say that I have actually had some part in making this mod. Wow. Yeah, beyond just merely testing it. Hey there. Let's fight. So, this part, not really different. How? Now, from what I could tell from the mod, what you can expect, aside from having to actually do most of the side quests, except the one with Death of the Cat, or in Renya, I'm told, is that reviving will work differently. Also, uh-oh. Oh, lovely. So, if there was any glitches before, I just found out that it is probably due to Windows Defender just having been activated, and it is playing merry hell with my processor and disk activity. Windows. Fucking Microsoft Windows. Right then, let's just do this. Yeah, also a lot of items are not used anymore, so we will have a lot fewer weapons specifically to use. And Tristan's Libation and Tristan's Brew are more commonly found. So they are probably going to be a bigger part of my strategy. I've never used those before, so it'll be a change. Let's see. Okay, what else is there? Right, let's see if we find 10 gold in a bag over here, or if there is something else. It's a health potion. Right. I'm not quite sure whether I added this or the modder did, but yeah, this is the sort of thing you will expect to see on many items. Let's just compare these. 32 damage against 38, right? Yeah. And here we have a resurrect scroll. Not a revive scroll, but a resurrect scroll. And it even appears in the inventory. Yeah, just a reminder from myself. I will need to get that out. I mean, before we, consider it done and upload the finished version to wherever it will end up. Now, I just also discovered that the flavor text that you got for examining these, it's apparently there in the original release, so 15 instead of 3 gold. Nice. Alright, let's see how we do against you with our fancy new katana. Another thing to note, some locks have been tweaked a little. So some locks that we could pick before, we cannot pick anymore. Other locks that we could pick, but had no way to actually pick because we could not feasibly get our skill level up that high, can now be opened. So, not such a big deal right here, but in the sewers, that is going to play a fairly big part. Oh yeah, there's you also. Feed me your experience points. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, some enemy stats have been augmented. I think I've said as much. I also noticed something odd about the Jade Golem. It does reference some spellcasting sounds for its attacks, beams, missiles, and whatever. But those specific rows in the table file is commented out. So I will try to keep an ear out while if I ever use the Jade Golem, see if it really doesn't make any sound when it does its stuff. Another thing about magic, status magic has been well I think 2 or 3 spells have been adjusted for hit rate. So, for example, Poison used to have a hit rate of, I think it was 50 or 60. It is now bumped to 80 or 90. That's a good deal. So if you decided to not use status magic in this game because it never hit, with this mod you can try that again. See if you fare better this time. Okay. Now we go into the stables. See the lady in there. Now I'm just recording this kind of quickly because I'm actually leaving town tomorrow and will not be able to. Well, I will not be at the computer to capture any gameplay for a few days. So there's probably going to be a slight delay until you get the next episode, at least in this playthrough, but or mod showcase, whatever. But rest assured, it is coming. Let's see, just do a few more things before we end it.
I grow powerful.
Nice. Dodge and heal, and that gave me cure. Now, while checking the progress with mending the mod or whatever you want to call it, I used one of these barrels as a sort of check mark. Cure scroll. Normally you would find a cleansing tonic here. You will not find cleansing tonics at very many locations in the game, if at all. Uh-oh. I think I will go and have a look at Cure Scroll's entry in the tables file, item thing. Oh. Hey, It's a mod, and I've been involved in it. Let's see, anything else? Okay, you know what, screw it. Let's just call it an episode here. But this is on the move. And we're going to escape my side again. And it's going to be interesting. See you in future episode.